I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And I am all out of... Oh, actually I do have some. That's a little awkward. Anyhow, it's minty. This is a film that actually has more relevance in today's crazed socioeconomic climate than when it was first released in the fall of 1988. It is filled with Orwellian-style oppression, ghoulish, cheese-dip-faced aliens among us, subliminal subjugation, untrusting news media, political jabs at greed-crazed conservative Reaganomics-era America, repressed blue-collar workers, hidden aliens, a cocky wrestling superstar, Meg Foster's freaky eyes, Keith David's dislike of sunglasses, a funky blues-driven Americana soundtrack, and it contains possibly the most insanely prolonged fisticuffs ever caught on screen. And hey, and it stars professional wrestler Rowdy Roddy Piper. For all its glorious one-liners and political posturing, They Live definitely deserves a place of honor among cult films unspooling from that decade. So here is an assortment of things you may and may not know about this film. They Live was John Carpenter's 11th film, and one he often called Giving the Finger to Reagan. It was released on November 4th, 1988, and followed the respectable showing of 1987 sci-fi horror flick Prince of Darkness. The kilt-wearing WWE superstar Rowdy Roddy Piper was cast as the regular guy vagabond on the road from Colorado looking for construction or carpentry work in the outskirts of LA. The character is never actually named in the film, but the credits show the name Nada, the Spanish word for nothing. Rowdy passed away in 2015, but went on record agreeing with Carpenter's attempt to draw attention to the troubled times when nobody else in Hollywood was brave enough. Nada hooks up with fellow drifter Keith David, another Carpenter regular from The Thing, and the two stumble upon a conspiracy that the rich and elite are actually aliens using subliminal messages via advertisements to keep the mass populace in submissions. And all these messages, and the aliens themselves, can be seen with a special pair of sunglasses that Rowdy Roddy gets. They give me terrible headaches. Anyhow, he eventually joins the resistance and drags along silver-eyed Meg Foster while attempting to destroy the brain-altering broadcast that keeps human beings in a perpetual state of calm consumerism and trance-like sleep. Written by Frank Armitage, actually a pen name for Carpenter himself, and reflecting some of the diminishing values around him at the time, They Live had a meager $3 million budget, but raked in nearly $13 million before its short theatrical run ended. That made it a profitable message movie in the guise of a comedic alien invasion indie. Armitage was Carpenter's way of paying homage to the H.P. Lovecraft creation of Dr. Henry Armitage. It was also used as the name of David's homeless character from Detroit. Now, Piper's awesome chew bubblegum line was actually ad-libbed by the actor, remembering it from a book of one-liners he carried around when doing his amped-up wrestling promo interviews. Carpenter's script was adapted from a 1966 Ray Nelson short story called 8 O'Clock in the Morning, seen in the pages of the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. First of all, Ray Nelson invented the propeller beanie, which arguably is like right up there under penicillin in human achievement. I mean, really. Anyway, in this Twilight Zone-y tale, a hypnotist reveals the true nature of the world to one of his subjects, named George Nada, who awakens to a masked alien invasion and has until 8 a.m. to reveal this oppressive infiltration to the entire world. In 1986, Bill Ray completed a comic adaptation in Alien Encounters. That's what first drew the attention of Carpenter's fertile mind. Now, the special sunglasses in the movie that allow the real world to be viewed free of the overlaying Big Brother messages, well, these are called Hoffman glasses, either for Abby Hoffman, the 60s political activist who preached anarchist truths, Dr. Albert Hoffman, the scientist who invented LSD, or maybe the cross-dressing Dustin Hoffman, hiding in plain view in 1982's Tootsie. But they really give me terrible headaches. Anyhow, They Live is most famously known for its hilariously endless alley fistfight scene as Nada tries to force Frank to wear the Hoffman glasses. choreographed by Jeff Amata, at the time it was the longest single bare-fisted brawl in cinema history, and clocked in at nearly 6 minutes, and feels like an eternity, with both a hail of haymakers, jabs, uppercuts, arm bites, eye gouging, crotch kneeing, headbutts, body slams, and forearm shivers. And it took 3 days to film, but an entire month and a half of rehearsing in the back alley behind Carpenter's office in the San Fernando Valley. It also spawned a shot-for-shot South Park remake in the 5th season episode Cripple Fight, featuring a title card matchup of Timmy versus Jimmy. They live as Carpenter at his most politically liberal, taking sharp aim at poverty, the plight of the homeless, daily class struggles, the ethnic melting pot of America entering a recession, and overt governmental control. It's a true time capsule into a time not too far removed from our life in America today. In addition to creating the blues-themed score for the movie with Alan Horace, Carpenter's voice is also heard repeating the alien hierarchy's numbing sleep message. So, if you have not seen They Live yet, obey and check it out. And hopefully you'll also go watch clips of Rowdy Roddy Piper and Cyndi Lauper screaming at one another at wrestling matches. Seriously, they do exist and they are on YouTube. Damn sunglasses. Thanks, bye.